Hi everyone. This week we are starting a novel study and it is an adventure story. Hopefully it will inspire you when you start writing your adventure stories about your pet rock later this week. The story that we are going to be reading is called The Spiderwick Chronicles and it is the Field Guide, Book 1. This book is written by Tony DiTerlizzi and Holly Black, and it is published by Simon & Schuster. And I want you to take a good look at the cover, just the cover. We're not looking at the back cover right now. And I'm going to show you the inside picture as well. Because as good readers, when we start to see pictures and we look at the cover and maybe the inside cover, we should start to come up with some ideas or questions in our mind about what might be happening in the book and in the story. Today I am only going to be reading you the 2 letters that are at the front, and then tomorrow we will start chapter 1. This should give you guys, tweak your interest in the book, I guess you could say. Dear reader, over the years that Tony and I have been friends, we've shared the same childhood fascination with fairies. So this note is from Holly Black, one of the authors, and the Tony she's talking about is the other author. We did not realize the importance of that bond or how it might be tested. One day, Tony and I, along with several other authors, were doing a signing at a large bookstore. When the signing was over, we lingered, helping to stack books and chatting, until a clerk approached us. He said that there had been a letter left for us. When I inquired which one of us, we were surprised by his answer. Both of you, he said. The letter was exactly as reproduced on the following page, and I'll show you a picture of that in just a second. Tony spent a long time just staring at the photocopy that it came with. Then, in a hushed voice, he wondered aloud about the remainder of the manuscript. A manuscript is kind of like a play, a big package of all of a play or a book, the original copy of a book before it's published. He hurriedly wrote a note, tucked it into the envelope, and asked the clerk to deliver it to the Grace children. Not long after, a package arrived on my doorstep, bound in red ribbon. A few days later after that, 3 children rang the bell and told me this story. What has happened since is hard to describe. Tony and I have been plunged into a world we never quite believed in. We now see that fairies are far more than childhood stories. There is an invisible world around us, and we hope that you, dear reader, will open your eyes to it. Holly Black. So this is the letter, take a look at it, that they got from the Grace children. Dear Mrs. Black and Mr. DiTerlizzi, I know that a lot of people don't believe in fairies, but I do, and I think that you do too. After I read your books, I told my brothers about you, and we decided to write. We know about fairies. In fact, we know a lot about them. The page attached to this one is a photocopy from an old book we found in our attic. It isn't a great copy because we had some trouble with the copier. The book tells people how to identify fairies and how to protect themselves. Can you please give this book to your publisher? If you can, please put a letter in this envelope and give it back to the store. We will find a way to send the book. The normal mail is too dangerous. We just want people to know about this. The stuff that has happened to us could happen to anyone. Sincerely, Mallory, Jared, and Simon Grace. And this is a copy of the picture that they photocopied and sent. So you can see that this is a map of the Spiderwick estate and surrounding areas. So there's a junkyard, the old quarry, the Waterhouse Middle School, Robinson Creek. The Spiderwick estate is kind of right in the middle, and there's a bridge beside it. There's a grove down at the bottom. So these surroundings are going to be instrumental in the story. So that's all we are going to read today or learn about. I wonder what questions you have about this story. I look forward to reading chapter 1 tomorrow. Have a good day.